Hey, Natsu here. Today I'm going to do part 1 of what if deku was half kineceleran, or the name that Ben had given it, accelerate. So, in the last part, I basically talked that deku was stronger than normal humans, his speed was outclashing All Might's, well, fast enough that he could run an entire city in minutes. Once he got his roller, like before he got them, he was like only 2 times the speed of All Might. Now he can basically pass entire cities in less than a minute, which not even All Might could do. So yeah, he's pretty fast, as well as he's going to keep accelerating over time, becoming faster, stronger. Kirishima has one for all, and basically now he's just like he's a bit under what he was able to do for Unbreakable. Like he could do it, but it wouldn't be as strong. And thanks to One for All, he also has a huge amount of punching power. Naturally, he can use around, I think I said 20% or something. And if he goes Unbreakable, he can use One for All at 100% for only 30 seconds before he starts actually hurting himself a lot. So yeah, now we go to the UA entrance exam. Bakugo is just a bit stronger than in the anime, but has more speed, simply because he was trying to catch up to Deku using his explosions, and he basically accelerated compared to in the anime. Like, he's nowhere near superhuman speed, but he's still faster than what he was in the anime. Like, in terms of speed, right now, if we take out Deku from the equation, I think he would be placed second, actually, after Ida. Because in the anime, if I remember correctly, Shoto was faster than him, but that was basically the... Well, if you talk about running, Shoto was faster than him, Tsuyu was faster than Shoto, thanks to her jumping ability. If we count true running, though, he is second fastest. If we don't count Quirk in the equation, if we do count Quirk, he would still be behind um, Ida, but pretty much the others aren't able to do anything thanks to Bakugo's explosions, which he helps himself to go faster. So yeah, then if you add Deku, well, basically everyone drops from one place, but yeah. So at the entrance ceremony, basically for the written test, Deku using his speed just to read and write basically finished the test in less than a second. Well, a bit more than that, but you get the point. He just kind of did it super fast and then just gave it to the person that was in front and basically asked if he could go wait in the assembly hall, which the guy basically had to accept because yeah, he kind of finished really fast. He got a perfect score because yeah, for sure. Anyway, like he can read super fast. Like I think at one point we saw Ben actually do that. He used accelerate just to kind of read certain things extremely fast. So yeah, he can read fast. So yeah, so Deku basically, when everyone got back, be right back. Okay, sorry. Um, so in the, well, while President Mike was talking, basically everything happened the same, except for Deku who wasn't actually mumbling. So Ida kind of didn't bother him. Everything else basically happened the same. Then we go to the cities. If I remember correctly, Kirishima was actually in the same group as um, Deku. If he wasn't, well, I'm putting him there because something fun will happen. So, basically, when Ida's basically looking around, he basically sees Deku just kind of seeming a bit too calm for his taste, and basically go and ask him why isn't he pumped up or why isn't he preparing. Which Deku basically said, "Oh, I don't really need to do that. I'm pretty fast, so I can catch up to people." Which Ida, being from a family of, well, little hero that runs, basically tells him that it's not going to work like that. You might have been good in middle school, but this is a hero school. You're going to need to be prepared. Then President Mike starts counting. Ida prepares himself. He starts pushing himself. He looks, Deku's still just kind of looking at the sky. President Mike says go. Ida starts. He looks back one last time. He sees Deku behind him. He turns back, and in that single moment, Kirishima was using 20% and Deku was using his speed, and they basically just passed Ida instantly. Like, both of them saw each other. Like, actually, they were looking at each other while they passed Ida. And then they just started smashing robots one after another. And basically, it just happened like that. Deku, when he saw people about to get hurt, was basically going faster, grabbing them, taking them out of the way. Even the cameras of the UA were having trouble keeping up with him. Like, they were slowing it down to the slowest, and all they were able to see was basically him on one image, the people gone on the next. Like, wait, what? Like, way too fast at this point. While the Sakurashima blocking hits that other people would be able to get, all to take. He then punched the robots, and basically both of them were just doing that. Until the Zero Burner came out. Same thing happened with Ochako being stuck on the rubble. Um, they heard her ask for help, and Izuku basically just looked at Kirishima. Kirishima just looked at him. Then Deku was gone and came back with Ochako, and then asked Kirishima if he could get his help, because that thing won't go down easy. Which Kirishima, basically smiling, tells him, "Yeah, no problem." And basically asks him what he needs to do. And Deku says, "You can harden your skin, right?" Which he says, "Yeah. And you can augment your strength by using that weird electricity around your body." He also responds, "Yes." And Deku says, "Put it at the max that you can. I'm going to spin you around as fast as I can and throw you at it." Which Ochako hears that and basically just says, "I can help too." They basically ask her, and she basically touches Kirishima, his weight goes completely off, and he's like, whoa, I feel lighter. And then Deku tells him, then, let's do this. Kirishima's hardening. He places himself as the unbreakable he's able to do right now, and add 100% on it. Deku grabs him and basically just starts spinning around at basically starting to literally make a small tornado around themselves, and throws Kirishima. Once Kirishima is right in front of the robot, he basically gave them the most powerful punch he could, and the entire robot basically just cracked, started being destroyed, and started falling back. Like, not just falling back, the robot literally left the ground and was lifted before falling. And even the teachers were like, that was teamwork! Like, they were freaking impressed. They didn't even think that would happen. Hell, the two of them together, well, the three of them, since Ochako basically took off the weights, her quirk, just after Deku launched him, so the entire weight of it was actually pushed at the same time. So, yeah. They saw the teamwork of three students, basically one that just got saved, and the other two that just kind of were ready to take down the entire robots. So those three, even if they wouldn't have enough points, they were like, they need to be in UA. They didn't even know the others yet, and they still got to work together. Those are people we need to be heroes. So after that happened, Deku basically went and grabbed Kirishima before he fell on the ground, brought him back where Ochako was, and said that he was bringing Ochako to the nurse, and basically just did that. After all was said and done, everyone went back to their home and waited for the letters. When Deku got his, they only told him that him um, and another student, participant that was in the same place as him, both actually got some of the highest score in UA. They didn't pass the score of All Might, but they basically ranked second and third for the highest score that they ever had. So it was pretty impressive for them, as well as the teamwork he did with the boy Kirishima was pretty impressive. So later, when the first day of UA happens, he arrived in class and Kirishima basically said, "Hey, how are you, Izuku?" Since they basically told their names as well. Kind of forgot to say that, but yeah, basically, Deku asked before Deku asked him to basically harden so that Deku could launch him. He basically presented himself saying, "I'm Izuku Midoriya, what's your name?" And then did the thing, so Kirishima was like, "Yo, Izuku!" And he went, basically. They talked for a while until Ochako arrived. Basically, oh yeah, I think I forgot to say this as well. Deku doesn't really have that much hair. Basically, he has the same type of mask, but instead of the elongated point behind it, he has blue hair. Basically, for just to add more blue to the design. So Ochako basically says, "Oh, you're the one who helped me," and basically presented herself. Bakugo being annoyed a bit, just because Deku's kind of already making friends. He is his rival, blah blah blah, and until Aizawa enters the class. When that happens, everyone kind of sits down. Well, not sit down because, well, they didn't have time, but he basically says the exact same thing, and then to go put their uniforms, sports uniforms, they went. Deku basically was the first out of there. um, so for the test, basically, Bakugo only got like 50 meters more from what he had. So after that, every other test, what happened was sprint, Deku less than a second, jump, Deku, since they do have a small amount of place where they can jump, basically did multiple meters thanks to that. Um, for the side to side steps, yeah, you can guess he did a lot. For the grip test, since the kineceleran species is also a has more strength than a human, he basically crushed it. After that, the only one that we know as well is the ball throw, so yeah. Every other one basically got the same score, but Deku, what he did, well, except Kirishima, that also got a huge amount. Um, what Deku did to throw the ball was basically make his arm go round and round super fast until he just threw the ball and basically he was basically breaking the speed of sound with his arm, just moving it around. So when he threw the ball, it went far. Like second place, third place I mean, because Ochako is going to be first place in that one easily. So yeah, basically nobody got expelled. Aizawa was really impressed by the speed that Deku has. Multiple reasons for that. Firstly, he knows about the speed hero that called himself Blue Streak, basically. As well, Deku's going to take that name, the Blue Streak. So Red Riot, Blue Streak, just funny for me. So Aizawa asked him, "Was your father Blue Streak, the speed hero?" Which Deku basically looked at him and said, "Yeah, that was my dad." With everyone in class basically being amazed because he was a pro hero. He was number 2 for a good amount of time until he died. So basically all of them kind of just got why he was that strong. Like, okay, yeah, his speech is explained. So, um, I thought about it and I wanted to do, um, well, I wanted to give him a name that would be more funny than that, Blue Streak, but I decided to give his dad that name, and to basically make him just take the name of his dad to continue the legacy. So Blue Streak. Okay, so after that, the next day happens, well, the next time, which is when they do, the hero versus villain. Deku's well, let's say his dad basically had a costume and Deku just kind of took the same model. And basically, it's kind of just a suit that makes him kind of all blackish with blue strike on it, and basically that's just it. Like, it's a suit made to take the speed that Deku can go at, basically. Sorry about that. I had to pause because my mom saw two spiders and she hates those. So, like I was saying, um, yeah, Deku's suit is basic. Sorry. Like I was saying, Deku's suit is basically just made to resist extremely high speed and friction, and it's basically made to basically make him look a bit more like his dad was. So, the same teams, and yeah, I'm not gonna go easy on that. Kirishima basically breaks the ground and grabs the bomb, and Deku just kind of runs all the way up and grabs the bomb easily. So yeah, I'm basically just putting that before ending the episode because, yeah, it's kind of really fast for him. He doesn't even need to try and do something. He's way too fast for anyone. So hope you liked it. Hope you liked that little team, well, combo move that I made for Deku and Kirishima with the help of Ochako. So yeah, Saturday I'm going to start a new What If that is Titan Deku. Hope you liked it. Natsu out.